The following is a conversation between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. The date is April 12th, 2021, and the subject is the emotional aspect of the third eye chakra in Aries. Intention. Me. With the motive of the new moon in Aries, I said to myself, today I will have a different start. I said to myself, I manifest the intention to start a routine for my body, with fasting, good nutrition, exercise, waking up early, and doing everything I did at the beginning of this path back in August and September 2020, as well as for my soul and mind, continuing with piano lessons and painting. So I set the alarm clock for 7:30 a.m. and whispered to myself as I went to sleep, tomorrow will be a new beginning. I am. And? Me. Woke up at 10:36, exhausted like I hadn't slept. It looks like I turned off the alarm clock and woke up later than any other day before. I had to run to have breakfast before 11, which closes the restaurant. And instead of doing what I thought, I had to stay because they were troubleshooting the camera on my computer. And in all that time, I'm still sleepy. I bought some magnesium and ginseng supplements to be able to have more focus and energy, but they still haven't had an effect on my body. I'm just more sleepy. I feel less like doing things than any other day. I left everything ready to paint, and I only did stripes. I looked at the piano, and I didn't even touch it. I thought about the gym, but I preferred to sit and watch how they worked on the camera. I mean, the intentioning thing wouldn't be working for me. I am. Well, it's hard to set the intention when you're in tension. Me. Intention, in tension. How paradoxical. I am. Let me explain the difference between the two and how they intertwine to give you a shitty day. Me. Thanks for being so literal. I am. You're welcome. Intention comes from the words in, meaning inside, and tentus, meaning extend or stretch, as in the word tendon. It means that the intention is to be in the process of extension, to project towards a specific point, a specific focus, such as a goal or hitting the target, as in Diana. Do you know Diana? Me. Princess Lady Di? I am. Clearly today you only have one working neuron. Me. Can you tell? I am. Yes. Diana is the Roman goddess of nature. She is the guardian of the animals of the forest, representative of light, hence her name, she who is of the day. Dies. Diana. Her attribute is to carry a bow and arrow, and she never misses the target she's aiming at. Like a ray of sun, her arrows cut through everything and penetrate the darkness, obliterating it. Diana is a representation of the intention, who extends her domain in each ray of light, who draws the bow to shoot the arrows towards her objectives. But in order to extend her arrows through the territory she guards, she must know how to use her bow, and it will only be able to go further if the string is in perfect tension. The word tension also comes from tensis, from stretching something well. Me. And why is one written with a T, or C in the case of Spanish, and the other with an S? I am. Because intention has a third particle, the suffix tio, which means action. Intention speaks of the action of extending into something concrete, while tension speaks only of the concept of the state in which something is found. Both related to stretching or stretching something. The difference with throwing something is that it implies separation of an object and a subject. On the other hand, the tension speaks of oneself being projected, stretching, and therefore, when we speak of intention, we are only speaking of how one projects forward, stretches. Me. So, what do we mean by intentioning something? I am. I don't know what you are referring to, but I will tell you what I know about this action. Me. Well, I think that when someone intends something, it is that they put all their attention exactly on something specific that they expect to happen. I am. That's why everything goes wrong. Me. Wow. How? I am. Of course, in that sentence there are two errors. Attention comes from ad and tenses, plus the suffix tio. That is, it is the action of going towards what is stretched. But nevertheless, paying attention in your cultures is almost the opposite, taking the prefix a as stopping or negation, as in atheist. In other words, even though its origin is going towards the tension, what you do when paying attention to something is to stop and listen. And how do I come to this conclusion? Because normally this word is related to the following error in your phrase: expect something to happen. The weight comes from weg, meaning strong, hard, that is firm in a place. You can't put something in tension if you wait. Me. Well, we have a different concept of what tension is. Because I get more tense when I wait than at any other time. I am. I'll explain why. Why does a string get tense? Me. Because I stretch it, which etymologically would be a redundancy with the word tension. I am. In other words, the tension is produced in the string itself, not in the arrow. Me. Aha, I follow you. I am. Waiting for the arrow to shoot towards a target without putting tension on the string will never result in you hitting the target. Maybe it will fall next to you. Now, I want you to get rid of the idea of archery and make yourself the string. If you are not in tension, where do you intend to shoot your energy? Each human is like a string, made up of strings. Me, string theory, where everything is a continuous coil of strings that vibrate like a piano or guitar, and their vibrations manifest the particles. I am, exactly. The vibration arises from these strings that connect everything. Your existence is due to the tension of these strings. Try playing a guitar or piano that doesn't have its strings tight and in tension. Me, it will sound bad, inharmonious. I am. For this reason, for a melody to sound beautiful, it takes a while to tune, and that tuning is given by relaxation and contraction of the strings. By putting them in tension, tensioning, that is, intentioning them, the idea of setting the intention is to enter into the process of retuning the energy, the resonance, the adjustment of the loose strings. During this process of tightening the strings, there is no music and the sounds are erratic, just like the ones you hear in an orchestra before beginning its performance. Since vibration generates energy, the tensioning process causes energetic pulses that you call emotions, which cause an erratic discharge of hormones in the body, producing an instant of imbalance and disharmony. Thus, as long as you set the intention, you become a musician readjusting the strings of your being, and this puts you in tension. Me. But we see tension as something negative. I am. Anyone who hears how a guitar, piano, or violin sounds in the process of tensioning its strings and adjusting them will think that it is something horrible. Who is killing the cat could be a graphic description of this moment. Now, knowing that everything is vibration, you will understand that the moments of tension, of readjustment, are tense, they hurt, they are erratic. Where you can err, sound bad, have negative energies, dissonant sounds. But after the tension, you find the necessary strength. Me, for what? I am, to project you. Let's go through the parts of the process. First, you put attention on the target, on the goal you want to reach. Then, you seek to distend the body with flexible movements, circles with the head, shoulders, ankles to release tension that has accumulated. Then you take Diana's bow and arrow, putting the light, that is, the awareness, on the target, and you begin to draw tension on the string. But to know where you must go, you contain the bow and arrow as parts of you. That is, you apply containment, which means sharing the tension. It cannot only be applied to the hand, but it must be distributed throughout all the body. The body becomes an extension of the bow, and the bow an extension of the body. So the arrow does not come out of the tension of the bow, but of you. The arrow, then, is an extension of yourself, that is, a tension that is released from you, me. So you're saying that in order for me to manifest an intention, I must first go through a tension process. I am. That's right. Me. And I'm going through that state of tension right now. I am. Yes, there are different levels. The body prepares for the new, stretching and tightening over and over again, like a muscle that gets exercised and then must rest to do the real work. The moments of tension that you live in your life then must rest to turn on a new exercise. You have not left time between one tension and another. What you have done in the last 15 days of March was a constant process of tension, which only ended on April 6th. And you already set an intention to start something without time to relax, and therefore you have had a general cramp in the being. Me. Suddenly I understand why I always feel like this, like a hangover after people or friends come, when I feel useless, exhausted and depressed, angry. It's the tension I submit to for a new beginning, a psychological tension that leads my emotional state to feel tense. I am. Now you know very well that when you put an intention on something, you are not placing the hope that it will happen, but you are projecting yourself towards that something. And here I want to add something else. Stretching out towards a goal, makes who you are and the state you're in be projected toward the goal. Because you are the one who sets the intention, you are the one who projects forward. And if you project your state of imbalance, of tension, then you will only live one day of tension and imbalance. Me. In other words, when I intention something, but from a negative energy without first having worked on that state, what I have intentioned will manifest in the sense and resonance in which I find myself. I am. And here's the reason for your shitty day. Me. Wow. The worst thing I could have done is set the intention to start on a Monday, the day of the moon, with a new moon in Aries, when this day, more than a beginning, it was to intention. I am. And this implies that you should rest. Rest the strings, re-establish them, intention to respect the times of your body and your soul, respect what you feel, knowing that it is part of the process. The tension is necessary to manifest your intentions. It is the key to achieving it. And this means paying attention to the understanding that encompasses the process, something called intention. Me. With an S? Is there such a thing? I am. Intention with T speaks of the will to achieve an objective, fulfill a purpose. While intention with an S talks about what that purpose on the whole process means. It describes the meaning of a word or concept. The intention is the understanding of things, that is, how far they extend, or what a concept encompasses. Therefore, before intending something new, it is necessary that you intend what you are. Me. By intensifying what I am, I understand what makes me up, the state my strings are in, the vibrational, emotional state I am in, to know that from there, from this tension, I will be able to intention forward towards my goals. And if I don't take notice of the intention of my being, I will never be able to really intention something new. I am. Do you understand now? So, tension is the key to describe what vibrational emotional state you are in, to manifest what you are towards what you want to be. And when you discover yourself, you will have to undergo a period of inevitable tension in which you feel bad, until you manage to tune your instrument. Me, play the piano again. Something I said to myself today. I am. First learn to recognize the state of your strings. Are you sane? Me, I'm trying to be sane. I am. When you find sanity, your song will play. Enjoy the tension, and so you will hit the target.